Kia ora koutou. Yes, it's me back again, but this program is not about me. We're about to connect with Ramil, who's doing his program remotely, his program Te Whanau. So as soon as Ramil cuts in, that sounds like him there. Hi, Ramil.
Hello, Michael. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. So, Ramil, I'm going to get out of your way so you can do your program. When I've got a bit of music teed up here, so when you get to the point where you think, let's have some music, let me know. Or if you don't want, we'll just run right to the end and I'll play it at the end.
Okay, but what we can do, we can just play one music in between. Or maybe at the end we can do, because what I was thinking, we have a little bit more MB when it comes to the podcast that I cannot put in the Facebook. However, we can see it later. But let's put the music at last, I think.
Okay, right. So I'll get out of your way, Ramil. So listeners and viewers, good to see Ramil back to present the latest version of Te Whanau.
Thank you, Michael. Kia ora, talofa, good morning, ni hao, and namaste. You are here with Ramil for a program called Te Whanau. It consists of musical fun with some gambling harm awareness information for half an hour. During this lockdown time, we are continuing our program every Friday with some special guests. So, before going to guest, I want to inform that if you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us. I can ensure your privacy will be protected. You can contact us through 0800 530 000 or through our Facebook page and email. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you are suffering or if you are addicted to gambling. We are here to support you. And today we have a guest, Graham Payne from Christchurch, the counselor from Salvation Army Oasis Christchurch. So he will be joining up with us soon. So then we'll welcome. And during this lockdown time, we are trying our best to run the program in any way we can. So every Friday, instead of fortnightly, we are here with you every Friday, and this is our best opportunity to interact with other people who has different role and different experiences, and can be shared with our audiences in Wairarapa.
Ramil, Michael here.
Michael is Graham is in.
Oh, good. He's there, is he? Good. All right. Off you go. I'm not sure if he is,
Okay.
but Graham, if you are there, just speak and then we'll know and you'll be connected.
Yes, definitely.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, hello. Graham is here. Can you hear me, Graham?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much, Graham, and welcome to our program. So, to our audience, I want to again like to introduce that we have a Graham Payne, the counselor from Salvation Army Oasis Christchurch. So, without wasting our time, let's go into it and let's share some information to our audiences from our Graham Payne. And welcome, Graham.
Pleasure, mate. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for giving your time today, Graham. And please, it would be good, instead of me introducing you, it would be good if you can introduce yourself, please, to our audience.
Certainly. Yeah, no dramas at all. Hi, everybody. My name is Graham Payne. I'm a counsellor, team leader from Salvation Army Oasis based in Christchurch. And Oasis, we work with people who could have problems with gambling, or people who have been affected by somebody's gambling. I've worked in this field since 1993, so I've been around for quite a while. I have personal experience as well. That certainly doesn't make me an expert, but it makes me good at what I do. I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a king golfer, and I work for Oasis in Christchurch.
Thank you. Thank you, Graham. Yes, as you introduced yourself, you are a team leader and you are a counselor. So, Graham, just tell our audience what is counseling actually.
Very good question. What is counselling? I'm just going to give my views on counselling. Okay, counselling is the means by which one person helps another person through some issues that they may be having. Normally, a counsellor is a trained person who can help someone. Really, to me, counselling is a way to help people find answers to their own issues. It's to give them guidance. It's certainly not to tell them what to do, but it's just a way of helping people kind of find their own answers to issues that may be affecting them. And there's a wide range of counselling available. I specialise in gambling, so my main mode when I used to work with people is motivational interviewing. That's me the good and not so good things about gambling and how they need to change or how they want to change their behaviour around that. So in short, counselling is a way to help someone find the answers to their own issues or their own problems going forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Graham. And for clarification to our audience, what is counseling? And just our audience wants to know how does this counseling service works, Graham?
How does it work?
Yes.
Yeah, very good question. How does counselling work? Well, counselling works. Well, first of all, the counselling we offer is free and it's confidential. People must be confident with that. But how does it work? It works by people exploring other options around changing their behaviour to something that may be affecting them. So it can go back to childhood issues. It can go back to things that they're scared of going forward, planning, health, and just basic things around that. Like if you're going to work with someone, they need to be healthy. So we need to check out their health. Are they in the right state of mind to be making these changes? What do they want to change? How do they want to change? Have they tried before? What support have they got around them? Hey, look, counselling is probably for 1 hour per week. So you've got 167 other hours that people are virtually on their own. That 1 hour can be vital. Giving someone goals, tools, or things that they may want to do or can do to help them make some changes in their lifestyle.
Thank you, Graham. Yes, definitely, it's a very important role to support the people and our community. So yes, really appreciated, Graham. And one important question, Graham. Maybe I should have asked you in the beginning. During this lockdown time, are all the counseling service are open through the services?
Very good question, Ramil. All counselling services open. Look, I couldn't give you an answer on that, but I can tell you that all the counselling services from Salvation Army are certainly operating, mainly from home. That includes Oasis. So from our perspective, we're working from home, via phone, via text, via email, and that is still a good way to work with clients. I'm sure there's a lot of other counselling agencies that are operating through this lockdown period, but to name them, I couldn't do that. But I do know that we are working. That's the most important thing for me.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Graham. And Salvation Army has opened their counselors through during this lockdown time. It's really great, and it's a good support to our client and our people in the community. And so during this lockdown period, what do you think, Graham? It's online gambling. Is it does it affect on online gambling, or is it? Do you expect it to be rise, or it's just will be general?
Yeah, once again, Ramil, that's a very good question. Online gambling is a form of gambling that is available during lockdown. We've got to take on board, so is TAB gambling. Your direct question was around gaming. Yes, we are picking up a couple of people who have made contact with us with gaming problems, but I don't think we're going to see a trend till maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month after lockdown. Gambling's not something that instantly happens. You can become addicted very, very quickly. But I think gaming has always been there, and it is going to increase during lockdown because what else can people do? And if they've got access to a credit card or access to a debit card and they've got money on those debit cards, sadly the debit cards might not even be theirs. Then they are going to act out their way of getting their hit. And gaming is a dangerous way of doing that. So, yeah, I can see an increase, but we won't see a trend until maybe a month after lockdown or even a bit longer. But I can tell you, we have had a couple of clients who have identified that gaming is something that they are now getting into. That's people who have normally played poker machines. And I must say, we've had a 14-year-old who has come forward with gaming issues as well.
Thank you, Graham. And then yes, it's a really extraordinary situation and circumstance, and we are going through this level for lockdown time, and then we need to support each other, need to be kind to each other, and but during this time, people are inside their bubble. That's right, people are inside their home, but some people might be so frustrated for not able to going out, and people might be so tempted for online gambling. How you can get rid of this temptation during this, especially during such a time, such a circumstance?
Well, it's a leading question right there. How can people get rid of a temptation? Look. The key things are, and how I work with clients, and what worked for me many years ago was having a plan for a plan for a plan. You really do need to look at your behaviour, and you need to find when you get those urges to want to do those things, you need to have something else that you can do. And a plan for a plan for a plan could mean you might need to have 10 things that you need to do. So when you get those thoughts, you start doing those things. In lockdown, that's going to be very difficult. But it could be going for a brief walk. It could be going to do some gardening. It could be mowing the lawns. It could be watching a TV program. It could be ringing somebody that you know and trust. Tell them about your feelings. Tell them what's going on. When you get that urge to want to do something and you know it's going to be negative for you, you need to attack that right at that moment. And you need to attack it in a safe way that's going to be work for you. So, yeah, a plan for a plan for a plan for a plan is very, very important. Look, I remember years and years ago when I was working for the Gambling Helpline, which was in the Compulsive Gambling Society. I'm going back early 90s. I had a lady, I was working from Dunedin. I was working from my home in those days. I had a lady who rang me from Nelson. And she had strong urges to want to go and gamble with poker machines. So I said to her, what is one thing you can do now, or two or three things you could do that might take that urge away? And I got the normal answer, well, I don't know. So I said to her, if you did know, what do you think the answer would be? And she still struggled with that. So I said to her, have you got a bath? And she says, yeah. I said, well, why don't you go and have a bath? She said, oh, what a good idea. And she went and had a bath. But no, she didn't go and have a bath. She said, yes, that's what I can do. I can go and have a bath. But then the roadblock come in. Oh, but what happens when I get out of the bath? I still have urges to gamble. And I said to her, well, have another bath. I said, look, you might have 28 baths in one day. But at the end of that day, you'll be gamble free and you'll be the cleanest person in Nelson. And she laughed at that, but she understood what I was saying. You need to have something you can do that works to take that temptation away. It's like if you're sitting there and you really love chocolate, and somebody brings out one chocolate fish and walks away, and you're looking at that chocolate fish and you're looking at it, oh, I've got to eat that. That's that temptation. But you could say to yourself, that chocolate fish is not good for me. I'm best to leave this situation. So I'll walk away. You get what I mean? You've got to work out in your own mind what works for you. I know what works for me, but you've got to, as a person, you need to ask yourself, hey, I'm getting strong urges to do something that I know is going to cause me harm. I really do need to do something now. That's where a plan for a plan is very, very vital. Make sense?
Thank you so much, Graham. Yeah, it's really informative. Session, and it's really good information for our audience. And I like to tell my audience again that you are here in a program called Tewa Whanau, Time for Family, and it consists of musical fun with some gambling harm awareness information for half an hour. And during this lockdown time, we are running our show every Friday with some special guest. If you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us. And I can ensure your privacy will be protected. Please contact us through 0800 530 000 or through our Facebook page and through email. Please do not hesitate to contact us. So, welcome back, Graham, again. Uh,
Thank you, mate.
so yeah, that was really good information. And if someone is potentially going to be addicted, it's very near for addiction during this circumstance. How that person, he or she, can be get rid of that addiction?
Look, you're not going to get rid of an addiction overnight. When you're talking about gambling, I say to a lot of clients that I work with, and they look at me strangely when I say this, but I say to them, gambling is very, very easy to stop. Very, very easy to stop. But changing your behavior around that is very, very difficult. And that's what you need to do. You need to look at your behavior. What am I doing? Why am I getting these urges? When do I get these urges? What can I do differently? So it's a matter of working out. A good way of doing it is very simple. Get a bit of paper and work out what are some of the good things about my gambling behavior and what are some of the not so good things about my gambling behavior. And use those words, not so good things. Don't put what are some of the bad things. When as human beings we hear the word bad, we think, oh, people are saying I'm a bad person. So use the words, what are some of the not so good things? And if you're really, really honest and you make a list like I did back in 1993, I made a list of what were some of the good things about my gambling and what were some of the not so good things about my gambling. Wow, the not so good things outweighed the good things by a mile. So then I realized a lot of this is my behavior. So if you're going to if you want to stop gambling, don't just stop gambling and think it's going to go away. Stop gambling by having other things you can do instead of. So that's where that plan for a plan is very, very vital. When I get urges to gamble, what am I going to do? I'm going to have a bath. What do I do when I get out of that bath and I still feel like gambling? Second thing on your plan, I'm going to ring my friend. Then you'll have a third one. You might have a fourth one. I had 10 things that I had on my list, and all those things worked at different times during my recovery. That kind of answer your question?
Yes, Graham, I'll add up something in it. And yes, so definitely your behavior is more important here to be away from the gambling addiction. And if someone is really potentially about to get addicted, like as using mobile all the time, is there any, or computer online all the time, is there any app or something like um, they can block themselves from that urge to going towards that gambling?
Yeah, very good. Well, that's a wonderful question. And yes, there is. That can be on your plan for a plan for a plan. When you get those urges, I'm going to Google how I can block these things coming into my system. Gamblock is one. There's many, many others. Look, I can't name them all, but there are some that do work. Some of them do cost you a couple of dollars, but if you really want to change and you want to change your behaviour around gambling, Gamblock, and there's a lot of others, and the best way to find out what those things are, ring us. Ring us and talk to one of my counsellors. They know a lot more than I do. I know a wee bit, but my counsellors know a lot more. So yeah, Gamblock is one. Google something. Talk to others. But the bottom line is you just need to look at changing your behaviour. People that have it, when we're out of lockdown, if people want to stop playing the poker machines, an MVE, which is a multi-venue exclusion. That means from my office, I can ban a client from playing poker machines in every poker machine venue in Christchurch. And if people really want to change their behaviour, that's a golden way and a great way to start. And TAB has the same option. You can ban yourself from the TAB. You can ban yourself from casinos. But hey, it's great to do that, but you still need to change your behaviour around what's going on. Look, I'll share a brief story with you. When I first gave up gambling way back in 1993, I loved racehorses. And I gave up gambling in January the 7th, 1993. And I made a phone call to the gambling helpline in those days, and they suggested I go and talk to my doctor. So I went and talked to my doctor about 2 weeks later. But I told my doctor what was going on, and I said to him, I'm really concerned I can't go to the Trotting Cup. My doctor didn't know what I was talking about. He said, what's the Trotting Cup? Now, the Trotting Cup is a big race meeting in Christchurch every year. And I said to him, hey, it's the biggest race on the New Zealand calendar. He says, wow. And have you gone to that every year? I said, "You can remember, Graham?" I said, "Yes, I have." He said, "Now, when is this event?" I said, "It's in November." He pulled his chair back and he said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Graham." He says, "We're in January and you're in November. He says, you need to focus on what you're doing right now." That's how I got through that. And he said to me that when that day comes, you'll have a plan to work through that day. And that's exactly what happened. When that day did come, I had a plan that got me through that day. And since that day, the trotting cup has never bothered me since. I still know it's there. I still know when it is, but it hasn't bothered me in the way that it used to because I have changed my behaviour.
Yes, definitely.
Probably didn't
Thank you,
answer the
Graham.
question,
And
but it sounded good.
yes, to our audience, I like to repeat again. You are here in a program called Te Whanau, Time for Family, and it consists of gambling harm awareness information for half an hour with some musical fun. But during this lockdown time, we are running our program every Friday with some special guest. And if you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us. Your privacy will be protected. And you can contact us through 0800 530 000, 0800 530 000, or you can contact us through our Facebook page and through email. And welcome back again, Graham. And so,
Pleasure, mate.
one important question. It might be a little bit vague, but I like to ask you how this service supporting our communities and clients in this lockdown period, lockdown time.
Look, the key things are, as I said earlier, we're available. We're only a phone call away. We can't get out to the communities, of course, but we want as many people to know that the Salvation Army, and that includes all Salvation Army services, which includes Oasis, are available, and we're just a phone call away. And most phone books have your local Salvation Army number. Give us a ring. Give us a ring and tell us what your concerns are. Tell us how we may or can help you. We might not have the instant answers, but we're there to listen and we're there to give guidance. But the bottom line is, if you take that step to ask, you've taken the first step in you making changes that might make your life a lot better. It's the best way I can
Yes.
answer that question, Ramil.
Yes, that's right. And like our audience, they wants to know if someone wants to like to approach to get a help, how they can approach to get this sort of help.
Yeah, once again, as I said, they just need to pick up their phone or use their mobile or even send us an email. Our numbers are in all phone books. You can Google our numbers. The Christchurch number is 365 9659, and there's the 0800 number that Ramil gave before, and I'm sure he'll give that again. You can email us. Hey, look, that's how you can make contact with us. We have a Facebook page now, which is monitored every day. I think Monday to Friday, not during the weekends, but you can still leave a message. Look, there are ways you can make contact with us if you want to make changes in your lifestyle. We're here to support you. As I said before, we might not have the instant answers, and when you're dealing with someone with a gambling problem, that's exactly what they want. They want everything right now. It's like instant pudding. Put a bit of milk into the water in it and give it a stir, and hey, an hour later you've got instant pudding. Well, gambling's not quite like that. You need to change your behaviour on a daily basis. But we are available. You can talk to us, and we'll see how we can give you support going forward. And it's free and
Thank
confidential.
you, Graham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
free.
yes, yes. Yeah, that's absolutely. It's free of service. So please, I'm repeating again. If you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us. And it's very easier to contact us through 0800 530 000 number. Or there is a Facebook page. You can just go and chat and contact wherever you are in the country, in which location, in which region you are. You can contact us anytime. So please do not hesitate to contact us if you have gambling problem, or if you are, even if you are affected in the family, then please contact us. So you are here in a program called Tewa Fanu, Time for Family, and it comes every Friday with some gambling harm awareness information and some musical fun for half an hour. But during this lockdown time, we are here with some special guest with varied role, with varied job. And so, welcome back again, Graham. And at last, anything you like to share or say to our audience that you want to share, please?
Yeah, sure. That's a very nice request as well. Hey, look, I'm just going to say to your audience, hey, look, if you do feel that gambling is affecting you in any way at all, or someone that you know who is close to you that you think may or could have issues with gambling, hey, don't be afraid to call us. Don't be afraid to give us a ring. You're not on your own. I think the key things are to remember that you're not on your own. You're not the only person who might be going through this. Gambling is a very, very cruel addiction. It's the one we can't see. It's the hidden addiction. If someone's got an issue with alcohol, you can normally pick up the signs. Same with drugs. But gambling, you wouldn't have a clue. You could be sitting next to the person at the bus stop and they'll talk to you as a normal person, but when you stop talking to them, if they've got a gambling problem in their mind, hey, they might have thoughts of harming themselves. They might have thoughts of ending their lives. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Doesn't mean you're weak. It means that you're strong. You're reaching out for help. And I think that is an amazing thing. Look, I'll go back and share another story with you. Many, many years ago, I had a young guy ring me up. It was about 1 minute past midnight on one of my late shifts. And everything he told me was really, really, really negative. Everything he'd done that day didn't work for him. And he says, I'm just a loser. I'm just a waste of time. And I said to him, can you think of one positive thing? He says, no. Everything was negative. I went to my sister, she wasn't home. I went to my brothers, he wasn't home. My wife got a puncher. I said, wow, a lot of things were wrong for you today. You can't think of one positive thing? And he said, no, I can't. I said, what about what you're doing right now? He said, what? I said, you're talking to me about it. To me, that's the most positive thing you can do. And all of a sudden, we had a conversation for about 3/4 of an hour, up to close to 1 a.m. in the morning, where he left that call feeling a lot more positive about what he had said to me just no more than 3/4 of an hour ago. Sometimes we neglect the most simplest things that can change our lives. My advice is to listen to the government, do what they say, stay at home, only go out when you have to go out, wash your hands, keep yourself safe, and when we go back to lockdown 2, and gambling is going to be available again, I'm just going to say to people, be careful, be aware. And if you feel that, hey, this is starting to affect me in a way that it never did before, give us a call. You're not on your own, and you've got nothing to be ashamed of. That's all I've got to say. I hope that's been helpful for your listeners. Who knows, one day you might be able to arrange doing a talk back where I could come on and do a talk back and talk to people who really want to tell me what's going on in their lives. And hey, who knows? Same as that guy there.
Yeah.
Think of one positive thing that's happening in your life right now. And the most positive thing to me right at this moment is doing what I'm doing on this radio show. God bless you all.
Thank you, Graham, and it's really appreciated, Graham, for giving us time, and we got lots of information. So our half an hour episode is about to finish. So again, I like to thank you, Graham, for giving us time, and to our audience, I'll come. Another Friday with some special guests, same time, and you are here with a program called Whanau with Ramil, and it comes every Friday. It runs every Friday with some gambling harm awareness for half an hour. And please, if you have any gambling problem, please do not hesitate to contact us. Contact us through 0800 530 000 or through our Facebook page or through our email. Please, thank you so much, and hope I like to see you again, Graham. Sometimes later on, like to talk to you, and it was really appreciated. Ciao, thank you. See you next Friday.
Thank you
Thank
both. That was great. And we'll end up with a little bit of music from the pens of Tim and Neil Finn. This is interpreted by Sarah Storer. Kind of relevant to what you're saying. I won't give in.
words, but I'll try not to speak too long. Please to be kind and I'll try to explain. I'll probably get it all wrong. What does it mean when you promise someone that no matter how hard, whatever may come, it means that I won't give in, won't give in, won't give in. 'Cause everyone I love is here. Play it once, then disappear. Once in a while I return to the fold with people I call my own. Even if time is